the question today is, what do you do when you desire something from God and it just doesn't look like it's going to happen? And when you look at the circumstances, you really don't think it's possible. So do you just keep having faith for it, or do you move on to the next thing? And so there's a story in Genesis chapter 21, verse 17 of a woman named Hagar. She was thrown into a situation where she had a son for Abraham. And then once she had the son, Sarah, who offered her to Abraham, actually got upset with her and literally threw her out. So now Hagar is in the wilderness. She and her son, they run out of water and food, and she is crying out to God, and she's frustrated and she's upset. Of course, Hagar's desire would have been to be in the home with Abraham and Sarah and raise up her son, and it'd be a wonderful experience. But this wasn't happening. And so Genesis 21:17 says, God heard the child crying, and the angel of God called to Hagar from heaven and said to her, what is the matter, Hagar? Do not be afraid. God has heard the child crying, even as he lied there. So my point to us today is that no matter what your circumstance is, God will hear your cry. And he doesn't want you to be afraid in any situation. So what did God say to Hagar? First of all, he did not encourage her to focus on her grief and her situation, nor did he instruct her to hold a grudge in the situation. And he did not encourage her to nurse her pain. What he did tell her was this. He said, I will make provision for you. In fact, I've already made provision for you. The thing we have to do as human beings is accept the provision that God has made for us, instead of spending our energy trying to force God to do something that he's just flat not going to do. Now, I know we quote all these scriptures, we can have everything we say and we can do everything we want to. That is so not truth in the real sense of how life works. Life comes, life goes, issues happen, circumstances come. I like to say something I heard someone else say, that life is like two railroad tracks. We always say life is up and down, but if the life is up and down, then you can only either be in the valley or on the mountain. And that's a problem for me. But if life is like two railroad tracks, at any time, the train is coming with something on it. So one track, there's some good that you enjoy and want to deal with. But then on the other track, there may be something that you don't want to deal with. But thanks be unto God. It's up to you to put your focus on what you desire. So my encouragement to you is to know that God has already made provision for you, and accept what he has provided for you. You don't have to fight any battles about trying to force God's hand. He really do know what's best for us. So I give God praise today because he knows what's best for me. I trust him with my very life. And because of that, my joy is full, and I live in a place of great contentment. Whatever state I find myself in, therein I'm content. God bless you.